Catherine, one more look down this way.
And Catherine, just one more time.
I Love Dick is like basically it's about a woman obsessed with a man, and through that obsession kind of finds her own creative voice and voice as a woman.
Catherine does her big smile.
I don't know, it's quite a moment for women who just want to sort of scream their heads off about the world and say, I am here, I am loud, I am a real person, I am not an object. Chris Kraus tells a story about her sexual desire and her artistic desire and weaves them together. And it's also a story about a couple where the wife tells the truth to her husband about a guy she's attracted to, and the husband says, oh, tell me more, which I think is a really interesting marriage and relationship, and I can't wait for people to see it.
He's an artist who is a very big fish in a small pond of Marfa, Texas, and he is a man that is kind of at a crossroads, I think, struggling with art and being a creative person, and longevity and loss of power and all those kinds of things.
Well, there is a central relationship wherein a wife tells her husband, I really want to go have sex with another man, and he turns to her and says, hey, why don't you tell me about that, babe? That's not something I've seen on television, that dynamic. I don't think it's very uncommon. I think it's unheard of, but that was what drew us, and just this spark of, we have this great setup and everyone thinks it's going to be a show about an affair. In fact, it's not. That plus, Catherine Hahn is a leading lady, being able to be this amazing comedic clown who's unraveling at this moment in life, and backdrop being Marfa, Texas, which in and of itself is just this mysterious, isolated place where anything can happen.
He is someone who has given me a grant for me to go to Marfa, Texas to finish my book, and my wife tags along, Catherine, and creates a lot of havoc when she becomes obsessed, sexually, emotionally. And
Sexy, funny, complicated, messy, contradictory, maddening, hilarious, moving, emotional. All the stuff as an actor you just want to chew on.
Hahn is my dream muse. I think she's like Charlie Chaplin. She's like she's just like a clown, a physical genius. She plays like sexual awkwardness like no other human has ever done before, and she's a great actress. I call her Dame Catherine Hahn sometimes.
She deserves the honor.
Yes, she's amazing. And Kevin Bacon, do you see him tonight? The man is at his prime. He's peaking.
People talk a lot about chemistry as a word. I don't really 100% believe in it, because I think that chemistry is really a function of good actors being honest and looking at each other in the eye and being real and being present, and but if I did believe in chemistry, I would say the three of us had it. Griffin and I have known each other since we were very, very young. We started out at the same time in New York.
Yeah, the thing you don't know about Kevin Bacon is he's hilarious. He's got a great wit, and Griffin is just he stepped into this role, and it was a gift for us. He's got this mind that is racing. He's devilish. He's impish, and he's incredibly he's up for anything. And I think that the connection that he and Catherine have in the series is palpable.
I play the executive director and the chief curator at the institute that Kevin Bacon's character, Dick Jarrett, has started in Marfa. And I would say Paula's journey, I play Paula, and her journey is about finding her own artistic voice and maybe challenging the patriarchy.
Devin is a character who's from Marfa. They're a playwright who grew up in Marfa and has been waiting their whole life basically to be inspired and to find out what kind of artist they are. And when all of a sudden Chris Kraus rolls into town and completely changes their life.
There are belly laughs. There are multiple belly laughs. I want women, especially in this like post-Trump moment, to pop on the TV and see something where they're like, this show is made for me. This show was made for me right now.
Waiting to anybody that ever felt like they were asked to prove who they are as an artist or as a human being, I think that they're going to find something really powerful to relate to and really be inspired by Chris and by these different characters who are just there doing their, like, beyond their best, just like doing something new, doing something bold, doing something risky.
The one thing that I would say is it would like brought feminism from the theoretical to the really practical, to really understand what that's like in a workplace. And I often say it, but like being a woman of color, navigating a workplace is challenging. And this was an eye-opening experience for me. It's kind of like shows you how it can be, and then you can take that out in the world, you know?
I think that the show is doing something really new and really progressive and really unique.
I'm most excited by the just unapologetic way in which we see a woman embrace her sexual desire as it kind of collides with her creative desire. And when those two things fuel this and maybe make her life kind of unravel a bit, but we can still root for her, I'm excited to have people watch that.
I really think that it's unlike anything I've ever seen, and I'm just excited for that, for people to see people that they haven't seen, journeys that they haven't seen, and then all, like I said, to take that out. Like, as all the characters are inspired, I want everyone else to be inspired.